Here are the top 10 low-light house plants that can tolerate even the darkest corners of your home. Just be sure to watch until the end because the last 3 are definitely my favorite. And I'll also explain what low light really means, so you can better understand how to choose plants for your unique situation. All right, let's start off with number 10, the cast iron plant. This one truly lives up to its name since it's almost impossible to kill. The cast iron plant can go several months without water, and it will still survive. So if you forget to water your plants every now and then, this is a great one to have in your collection. The only real issue with this plant is that it doesn't like a lot of humidity. So if you live in a humid environment, this might not be the best choice for you. But if you live in a dry environment, this is a great option. It does grow very slowly, so don't expect much growth out of this plant. But it's also not going to outgrow its pot very quickly. So if you want a low-maintenance plant that won't die on you, get the cast iron plant. Number 9, snake plant. This one is another very low-maintenance plant that does well in areas with low light. There are many different varieties of snake plants, and all of them are very attractive and make great house plants. Unlike the cast iron plant, the snake plant does prefer a humid environment, so keep that in mind. But other than that, it's a very easy plant to care for. The only real issue with this plant is that it doesn't like to be overwatered. So just make sure you don't water it too often, and you should be fine. Number 8, ZZ plant. The ZZ plant is another great option for those who have killed many plants in the past and just want something that will actually survive. This plant can tolerate both low light and low humidity, making it a great option for almost any environment. It's also a very slow-growing plant, so it won't require much maintenance. Just water it when the soil is dry, and just make sure it's not soggy, and you should be fine. Number 7, peace lily. This plant is a bit more high maintenance than the previous ones, but it's still a great option for low-light conditions. Peace lilies do prefer higher humidity, so you may need to water it more often or use a humidifier. They also don't like to be overwatered, so be careful not to water it too much. If you can keep these conditions, the peace lily will reward you with beautiful white flowers. Number 6, Chinese evergreen. There are many different varieties of Chinese evergreen, and all of them are very attractive and make great houseplants. They're also very tolerant of different conditions, making them a great option for beginners. Just make sure you don't overwater it, and you should be fine. Number 5, philodendron. There are many different types of philodendrons, and all of them are great vining plants that can tolerate low-light conditions. They're also very easy to propagate, so if you have a friend who also wants one, you can just take a cutting and give it to them. Philodendrons do prefer a humid environment, so keep that in mind. But other than that, they're a very low-maintenance plant. Number 4, pothos. This one is another very easy-to-care-for plant that can tolerate low-light conditions. Pothos are also a great choice for hanging baskets since they're a vining plant. They do prefer a humid environment, so be sure to keep that in mind. But other than that, they're a very low-maintenance plant that will add some greenery to your home. Number 3, prayer plant. This plant is known for its unique leaves that fold up at night, just like a praying plant. They're also very easy to care for, but they do prefer a humid environment. But other than that, they're a very low-maintenance plant that will add some life to your home. Number 2, monstera. This plant is a favorite among plant lovers, and it's easy to see why. The monstera has large, attractive leaves that can grow quite large. They're also a very easy plant to care for, but they do prefer a humid environment. Be sure to keep that in mind. But other than that, they're a very low-maintenance plant that will add some life to your home. And number 1, we have the fiddle leaf fig. This plant is a favorite among plant lovers, and it's easy to see why. The fiddle leaf fig has large, attractive leaves that can grow quite large. They're also a very easy plant to care for, but they do prefer a humid environment. But other than that, they're a very low-maintenance plant that will add some life to your home. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about low light. What really is low light? As plant parents, we tend to think of light as an on or off switch. Either there's enough light or there isn't. But the truth is, light is more of a dimmer switch. There are varying degrees of brightness. When people say low light, they usually mean bright indirect light. This is light that's not direct sunlight, but it's also not the darkest corner of your room. If you have a south-facing window, this would be the area just to the right or left of the window. If you have an east or west-facing window, this would be a couple feet back from the window. If you have a north-facing window, this would be the whole room. Basically, low light means that your plant won't be in direct sunlight, but it will still receive plenty of bright indirect light. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to learn more about caring for houseplants, check out the channel. Thanks for watching.